Hello, my name is Kurt Brown, also known as St. Rambone. I have a website titled Mobile Audit Club. I'm here to talk about cell phones and murders by the federal government. A man named Thomas Crane Wells, who is a federal banking prosecutor, was killed in his office in 2001.
He made a call on his cell phone to let people know he was going to be alone
that evening. I believe that because of this, he was killed. He was set up. Someone came and killed him at his home. We cannot trust the federal government. I was a bank examiner for the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. We regulated banks, the risk of money laundering and basic thievery in the billions, if not trillions of dollars. A regional director for the FDIC had been killed in San Francisco in his office in the early 90s. It was very hush-hush around the office. I couldn't find out much information on it. And the federal government has demanded that I stop all investigations on the murder of that man. He was labeled a suicide. I survived an attempt on my life in 2001, and the federal government did not respond to that. I had reported the money laundering that I saw in California. What it was, casino operators were getting people to come over and open up banks, and they were laundering money, and they were also, I believe, laundering the drug money that comes in. And recently, you noticed in my first video, there's a federal agent at my door. He calls himself a police officer, but I come to find out he worked for the FBI. I had ordered the Secret Service not to come out because they are also under the National Treasury Employees Union, like my past employer, the FDIC, that would have created a conflict of interest. They came out to my home because I wanted to act as a reporter in my native city of Mobile, Alabama. They fear us with our cameras. The mass media is not ours. We are on our own against the federal government. I've noticed now that the FBI has put on their website, if you type in the words FBI in your local city there, whatever it is, like if I type in FBI, say New Orleans, Louisiana, or Mobile, Alabama, or Los Angeles, California, there will be another little tag that comes up that says that I can give them my cell phone number. Do not give the federal government your cell phone number. They are not your allies. The people that are running this thing, they might as well be from another planet. They might as well be like a machine. They might as well be just a hostile force, just another criminal element we, the humane humans, have to try to avoid here on the planet Earth. Like I said, they're setting people up for murders. They're setting people up so that they're setting people up for murders, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it as far as defending yourself because they're so pervasive. However, what you can do is to take the battery out of your cell phone if you're traveling and not use it. Also, if you had your cell phone a while, get yourself a new chip in it and get yourself a new number. These guys are like a criminal element. They'll try to get that information without having the right to do so. We should be aware of the federal government in all aspects. I know that many people have been leaving the United States and in fear of the government, and because they can't afford to live, they're often living in subways and so forth. It's better to live in a subway than to die in the streets or have your tongue cut out or be beat to death by a bunch of federal agents. In that one video that I have, when they came to my door, they kept demanding me to come outside, and they would not leave. I just got just a little piece of that whenever they were out there. I started getting a bad headache. If they come to your door like that, and if you keep coming back, you do not have to answer the door, but they will keep coming back. What you can do is go to the door and say, do not, or listen to what they got to say, and tell them to get off your property. And if you tell them that, back away from the door and go into another part of the house, or go somewhere where you can watch them where they don't know where you're at. They can tamper with you with machines and so forth and make you very sick. Now, the regime has become the hostile force to mankind. They are the terrorists. They act like if Americans get involved in government, the common Americans, the common human beings, as myself and others, and we're the terrorists. That's a nonsense. They are the terrorists. They're the ones with the guns. They're the ones with the weapons. They're the ones beating us. We must view the government of the United States as being separate from us. You should protect your children from the time they're born until they're dead. I do not believe in having children in hospitals, and I advise you to beware of the drugs that come from the drug manufacturers. Although the governments can create epidemics and cause you to have to use their drugs or die. We're in a catch-22 with that because they've got a gun to our head. Also, I have a life insurance policy because I've had 3 attempts on my life, or actually one actual very close attempt, and I've had 2 others that were like harassment. Although one of them they might have killed me, another one they tried to shoot my eye out next to my vehicle. I've also been poisoned. It's been a horrific year since 2001 after being a bank examiner in 2000. But I was told that they can, if there's no body, your life insurance does not have to pay out. If I'm killed, I want them to know that I'm aware of this. Should I end up disappearing, I want people to know that I'm aware of this. The government cannot be trusted. They have turned against us 180 degrees. We should applaud whenever the people they're challenging overseas have risen up against them and pushed them out. The American government should never have gone to Afghanistan. They never should have gone to Iraq. This is an oil ploy. Those are not Americans running those war operations up top. And it's not the Americans that benefit.